Welcome to this lecture on Hamiltonian Path and Traveling Salesman Problem by Dr. Rajesh Singh.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, sir.
Today we are going to start with our last topic of this syllabus, so we are going to do three algorithms to find shortest path between any two vertices of the graph. Okay, so if we are given two vertices of the graph, then we how to find the shortest path joining the two vertices. Okay, so there are algorithms for that. So अभी हमने Hamiltonian path तो नहीं करा है ना? Hamiltonian cycle कर लिया है, but we have not done Hamiltonian path, right?
Yes, sir.
First we are going to define Hamiltonian path, और उसके बाद so let me just give you the definition of Hamiltonian path. Hamiltonian path in a graph is a path which passes through every vertex exactly once. So this is not a cycle, it is a path, okay, which is passing through every vertex exactly once. Okay. ठीक है, सो एक ऐसा पाथ जिसमें सारे के सारे वर्टेक्स आ जाएं एक ही बार बस. ठीक है, इज इट फाइन?
Yes, sir.
ओके, सो लेट मी जस्ट गिव यू अ क्वेश्चन. सो इसमें भी कोई वैसा हमारे पास एल्गोरिथम नहीं है टू फाइंड whether the graph has Hamiltonian path or not. So there is no as such algorithm. So we'll see. ठीक है, बस ये है कि जैसे अब इसमें भी क्या डिफरेंस होगा. इफ यू जैसे हैमिल्टोनियन में क्या था कि हम कोई भी वर्टेक्स है तो उसके दो एजेस हमारे इसमें, अगर कोई भी वर्टेक्स है तो उसके दो एजेस आएंगे एक साथ, राइट? यस, रूल था ना हमारे पास कि अगर कोई भी वर्टेक्स है पाथ के अंदर हैमिल्टोनियन साइकिल के अंदर तो उसके दो एजेस आएंगे. सो यहाँ पे भी सेम होगा, बस एट वो दो को छोड़ के जो इनिशियल और एंड वर्टेक्स है उनको छोड़ के बाकी जितने भी दो वर्टेक्स होंगे उनके डिग्री उनके दो एजेस हमारे इसके अंदर हैं, इस पाथ के अंदर है, राइट? क्योंकि पाथ तो ऐसा ही होगा ना, इस तरह का कुछ पाथ होगा. तो एक्सेप्ट फॉर टू वर्टिसेस, जो ये दो वर्टिसेस है इसके बाद जितने भी वर्टेक्स है उनके दो एजेस आएंगे, राइट? सो हमें यही यही रूल को रखना होगा माइंड में while finding or while deciding or when not deciding कि the graph has Hamiltonian path or not. Okay, let me just give you this question. So you have to determine whether each of the following graphs has Hamiltonian path or not. So that you have to determine. Question: determine whether each of the following graphs shown is Hamiltonian. ठीक है, और Hamiltonian डिसाइड करने के बाद ये भी डिसाइड करना है कि whether each of the graph has a Hamiltonian path or not. Hamiltonian is the graph having Hamiltonian cycle. ठीक है, Hamiltonian मतलब क्या है? The graph having Hamiltonian cycle. Okay, these are the graphs. So this is your G1, this is your G2, this is G3, this is I, this is G4. Okay, so graph G1, graph G2, graph G3, graph G4. Okay, so we have to determine in each of this case. So yes, first we have to determine whether the graph is Hamiltonian or not. So how to decide? Look at the first graph G1, is it Hamiltonian? चलो इसका D पार्ट कर लेते हैं, खाली बाकी पार्ट खुद से ट्राई कर लेना. Let us do its D part. Okay, एक ही पार्ट कर लेते हैं, बाकी you can try on your own. Okay, okay. So D part लेते हैं. What about this? इसको मैं let me just give you a bigger graph for this. बाकी you can try on your own, और नहीं होगा तो फिर you can ask me. This is your D. So let us solve the D part. Okay. Let us solve the D part. So this, let us call it A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Okay. So suppose हमें prove करना है, first we have to check whether it is Hamiltonian or not. So suppose this is Hamiltonian. अगर Hamiltonian में होगा तो क्या होगा? देखो ये H है तो these two will come in the, these two will have to come in the path क्योंकि इसकी डिग्री 2 है. अगर इसकी डिग्री 2 है, इसकी डिग्री 2 है, so क्या होगा?
प्रॉपर साइकिल बन गई।
Yes, so then H will have a proper cycle. ठीक है? Yes. So let us, how you will write? Suppose G4 has a Hamiltonian cycle, say H. ठीक है? So it has a Hamiltonian cycle. Then as degree of H is equal to 2, degree of I is equal to 2, and degree of J is equal to 2. So it follows that the edges GH, HI, IJ, and JG lie on, right? They are lie on H, but then it implies that H has a proper cycle G, H, I, J, G, right? Contradiction to the fact that H is Hamiltonian. Hamiltonian cycle. Hence, G4 is not Hamiltonian graph. Okay, is it fine? Now, what about this? Does it have a Hamiltonian path? So, दो वर्टेक्स को छोड़ सकते हो तुम. Hamiltonian path के लिए you can leave two vertex. दो वर्टेक्स की डिग्री 1 रख सकते हो, बाकी सबकी डिग्री 2 होगी. So कौन से दो वर्टेक्स होंगे जिसकी डिग्री 1 होगी? यहाँ पे A और F हमारे पास ऑलरेडी डिग्री 1 के हैं, तो हमें ये जरूरी लेना ही पड़ेगा इसको डिग्री 1 में. ठीक है ना, क्योंकि बीच के सारे वर्टिसेस डिग्री 2 के होंगे. ठीक है. सो A जो है हमारा या तो इनिशियल वर्टेक्स होगा या एंड वर्टेक्स होगा. F जो है हमारा इनिशियल वर्टेक्स होगा या एंड वर्टेक्स होगा, और कोई पॉसिबिलिटी बचती नहीं है क्योंकि हमारे पास दो ही वर्टेक्स है डिग्री 1 के, और इन दोनों को लेना ही पड़ेगा फिर डिग्री 1 का. ठीक है ना? इज इट राइट?
यस सर.
Since degree of A is equal to 1 and degree of F is, अच्छा, first let us suppose G4 has a Hamiltonian path. Suppose G4 has a Hamiltonian path, say P. Okay, so P को Hamiltonian path कह दिया. Then as degree of A is equal to 1, degree of F is equal to 1, so A and F must be initial and end vertex of P, right? इन दोनों में से इनिशियल बनेगा एक और एक एंड बनेगा, right? And hence every other vertex of graph is an इंटरनल वर्टेक्स ऑफ P, राइट? इंटरनल वर्टेक्स ऑफ P हो जाएगा। सो हर एक के दो एजेस आएंगे, हर एक के दो एजेस आएंगे, सो उसके वजह से ये प्रॉपर साइकिल दोबारा आ जाएगी, राइट? क्योंकि अब ये सारे डिग्री 2 के हो गए, तो इसके दो एजेस आएंगे, इसके दो एजेस आएंगे, इसके दो एजेस आएंगे, सो सेम सेम आर्गुमेंट विल फॉलो। ठीक है, इज इट राइट?
Yes, sir.
Then as degree of h, degree of I and degree of this is 0, so it follows that सेम पूरा सेम आर्गुमेंट आ जाएगा। बिल्कुल, तो इस तरह से तुम प्रूव कर सकते हो। सो पाथ में तो साइकिल हो ही नहीं सकती प्रॉपर, सो यहाँ पे साइकिल आ रही है, सो इसलिए इट विल अगेन बी अ कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन। ठीक है, पाथ में कोई भी साइकिल नहीं हो सकती, बट यहाँ पे वी आर गेटिंग अ साइकिल, सो एच lies on P, lies on P, so P has a proper cycle, contradiction to the fact that P is Hamiltonian path. Contradiction to the fact that P is Hamiltonian, G4 has P is Hamiltonian path, right? Okay, is it fine? So G4 does not neither have Hamiltonian path nor it has Hamiltonian cycle. Okay, is it fine?
Yes, sir.
So since you all are giving online exam, अगर ऑनलाइन एग्जाम होता है तो आई विल लाइक टू शेयर विद यू अ वेरी नाइस वेबसाइट, ओके, जिससे तुम्हें ये ग्राफ में बहुत हेल्प मिलेगी। इट इज कॉल्ड graphoonline.ru.in। ठीक है, ये वेबसाइट को याद रखना। Remember this website, https graphoonline.in। important website for graphs। ठीक है, why it is important, let me just show you। So this is the website graphoonline.ru and /en is for English language, so this page will open in English। Okay, so what you can do is you can draw any graph in this। So suppose same graph, let us draw this D जो अभी हमने करा है उसको इसमें करते हैं। Let us try to do it in this। So to add vertices you can just click on this, so you need to click on add vertex and then you need to click on screens। So you just give a try to this website, then you will understand it। So ठीक है, और हमारे पास क्या था, yes, we had a vertex here, right? And now you need to connect these vertices, so let us connect these vertices। So अभी नो वेट इसलिए है क्योंकि हम वेट नहीं डाल रहे हैं, ठीक है, ये वेट का अभी हम आई विल एक्सप्लेन यू व्हाट इज द वेट ऑफ अ ग्राफ। सो राइट नाउ यू जस्ट नीड टू हैव नो वेट। एंड दो टाइप्स के ग्राफ होते हैं, डायरेक्टेड अनडायरेक्टेड। अभी जो हमारे सिलेबस में वी आर ओनली डूइंग अनडायरेक्टेड ग्राफ, सो क्लिक ऑन दिस, so it will join a line। ठीक है, then you need to join these two vertices, again these two vertices, these two vertices, and these two vertices, and these two vertices, right? Then these two vertices, these two vertices, these two vertices, these two vertices, and these two vertices। Okay, so we have drawn this graph। Okay, it's fine, this was the graph, right? Now what we do is we have these algorithms, So under this section, you will see that you can find shortest path using Dijkstra algorithm. So this we are going to do in our this we are going to do just after this. And then you have this breadth first search. So all this we are not, we are, this is not, these two are not there in our syllabus. The first part is there in our syllabus. Then you have this, so you can draw two graphs and you can check graph isomorphism also, whether the two graphs are not, whether isomorphic or not. And then you have this, you can find Eulerian cycle if such a cycle exists. You can find Eulerian path if that exists. Then you can find Hamiltonian cycle. So if you will click on this, so it is processing and it will show graph as not Hamiltonian cycle. So reason you will have to give yourself in the exam, but this through this you will get the confirmation that you are giving the right reasoning, right? Ki graph has no Hamiltonian cycle. And then you can also check for Hamiltonian path. So if you will click on this, then graph does not have Hamiltonian path. Okay, so you can verify your answer here. And then this algorithm, another algorithm is there which we are going to do in our syllabus, Floyd-Marshall algorithms. Okay, so we have to in Dijkstra algorithm we will have to find shortest path between two vertices. So when you will select, so they will ask you to select the initial and end vertex. So let us select initial vertex 9 and end vertex say 8. So then it will give you the shortest path. Okay, so through this you can verify your answers. Okay, so if you have time in the examination, then you can verify your answers through this, if you are getting the right path or not. Okay. So just remember this website. Okay, graphoonline.ru/en. This is a very good website for various problems in graph theory. Okay. Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So just remember this website. मैंने notes में डाल भी दिया है. So now let us come back to this algorithm now. Okay. So we are going to do shortest path algorithm. So there are 3 algorithms in this. Okay. So maybe today we will do only one algorithm, which is Dijkstra algorithm. And then in our next 2 classes, we will finish all those. And then our syllabus will be finished. So first we need to define weighted graphs. Okay. So first is this definition of weighted graphs. Weighted graphs is nothing but, like, if you suppose you have a city. Okay, you have a city, and then in city you have, suppose you have some services. Okay. Okay, let us take so you have a city. Okay, and so suppose there is a city and there are so many houses in that city, and then you have, your job is to deliver, say your job is to deliver, say, courier. Okay, so your job is to deliver various couriers to all the houses in the. So what you will do is, if you want to go from one place to another house. Okay, so so in cities generally there are so many paths, right? Okay, so in a city there are so many paths from one house to another house, right? Yes.
Yes, sir.
So generally which path we take? We take the path with shortest distance, or the path which takes the shortest time, right? If you have seen Google Map also, what it does, it shows you the shortest path. Although there are so many paths, it either shows you the path with the shortest time, or it shows you the path with shortest distance, right? So basically so in each path you have attached a weight to the graph, right? You have attached a weight to the graph. So suppose you have one house A, this is another house B, C, D. Okay, so these are houses, and there are another house. Say this E, F, G, and there is another way to reach H, I, J. Suppose this is connected. Now suppose this is from distance from A to B is 5 kilometer, distance from B to C is 15 kilometer, and distance from C to D is 10 kilometer. Okay, and distance from A to H is 1 kilometer. It is also 1 kilometer. It is also 1 kilometer, and say it is also 1 kilometer. This is 9 kilometer, 7 kilometer, 8 kilometer, and 10 kilometer. And this is say 2 kilometer. Okay. So this kilometer is basically putting a weight on the edge. So if from A to B you will need to travel 5 kilometer distance. Okay, and from B to C you need to travel 15 kilometers distance. From C to D you need to travel 10 kilometer distance. So although if you see that length of this A to D, so length from A to D is A, B, C, D. So length of this path is 3, right? Length of this path is 3, right? There are 3 edges, right? But weight of if you calculate the weight, how much distance you have traveled? Distance traveled. How much distance you have traveled? 25 and 5, 30 kilometer, right? And another path you have is A to, if you go from A to H, H to I, I to J, and J to D. Okay, this is another path. The length of this path is 4. And how many distance you have traveled? 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 kilometer. Yes. So you can see, although this path is shortest in terms of graph, but the distance traveled is 30 kilometers. So if you will be given the choice, you will choose this path to travel, right? You will choose this path to travel, although you are covering 4 houses in this path, 5 houses in this path, but you will choose to travel this path because you need to just travel 4 kilometers. So sometimes in the graph, weight also plays an important role. See how many distance or how much the weight this path length this edge AB has, right? So sometimes you need to consider weight also. From A to B you are traveling 5 kilometer, although if you want to reach A to D, the shortest path in terms of graph is A, B, C, D. But with weights attached, you will find the shortest path is A to H, H to I, A to J, and J to D, right? This is what weighted graph is, that we attach some weight to each edge, some significance to each edge, right? Some weight, maybe in terms of time, maybe in terms of any weight, any type of. So if you are presenting to social relations like friendship, to add how much closer friend they are, how much. So any type of weight you want to attach, or sometimes we attach plus and minus, whether they are friends or whether they are enemies. So if they're friends, we attach plus to that, and if there are enemies, then we attach minus sign. So all such types of graphs are there. So let us just give a proper definition to this. So a weighted graph is a graph in which each edge is assigned a non-negative real number, which is called the weight of the edge E. Okay, so you attach a weighted graph is a graph in which each edge is assigned a non-negative real number denoted by WE, which is called the weight of E. The weight of a subgraph G, or even a path or a trail, is that the sum of the weights of the edges of the subgraph. Okay, sum of the weights of the edges of the subgraph. Is it fine? So basically, so यहाँ पे हमने जैसे 5 अटैच कर दिया weight 15 10, so we are attaching a weight to each of these graphs, right? So this is a weighted graph. Weighted graph. ठीक है? Is it fine? Yes. The weight of this subgraph is this distance traveled. This is weight of path. Okay. So this is the weight of a subgraph is the weight of this number or total weights of all the edges. Okay. Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now one of the famous problem is the traveling salesman problem. Okay. So which is an example of weighted graphs. Okay. So we are not going to do this in deep. We're just going to see what is a traveling salesman problem means. Okay. So what this traveling salesman problem is that on a typical business trip, so suppose one salesman is on a business trip, so he needs to visit various towns and cities to sell his product, and he need to come back to his original place, right? So so if you're a salesman, then you will want that you will not visit each city twice, right? Because you want to avoid the traveling charge and the traveling time. Also, you want to minimize the traveling time, you want to minimize the traveling distance, and you want to minimize the traveling cost. All such things what you want is you want that you should not visit the same city twice, right? अगर जिसके भी पास तुम चले गए हो सेल करने कुछ भी प्रोडक्ट, then you will not go to that person again, right? You don't want to go to that person again. And so what you basically want is you need a Hamiltonian cycle. ठीक है? Hamiltonian cycle because so first you need is a Hamiltonian cycle, right? Yes, because you don't want to visit each city or town twice. So what you want is you want to start from your location, go to each city and town exactly once and come back to your location. So this is nothing but our Hamiltonian cycle, which starts from a point, visits each vertex of the graph exactly once and come back to the same point. Now what happens is that in this city you will have different rates to each city. So for suppose from one city to another city there might be some different cost, and from another city to some another city there will be some different cost or some different time traveling. So there is some weight attached to each city, right? So there is some weight attached to each city. So what you need is you need a Hamiltonian cycle. You need to first find Hamiltonian cycle, and then you need to economize your distance traveled, your flying time, your expenses. So basically you need to minimize your weight of this Hamiltonian cycle, right? So this problem of finding a minimum Hamiltonian cycle in a weighted graph is called traveling salesman problem. Okay. The problem of assigning to each edge a weight equal to the distance between the cities at the ends, the traveling salesman graph becomes a weighted graph. Among all Hamiltonian cycles, whatever salesman would like to find is one whose weight is minimum because he needs to economize everything, right? He needs to reduce his time, his expense, and distance traveled. So the problem of finding a minimum Hamiltonian cycle in a weighted graph is called traveling salesman problem. Okay. The problem of finding minimum Hamiltonian cycle in a weighted graph is called traveling salesman problem. Okay. Is it clear? What is the traveling salesman problem? It is just to find a Hamiltonian graph in a weighted graph. Minimum Hamiltonian cycle with minimum weight in a weighted graph. Okay. Is traveling salesman problem. Is it fine? The problem of finding minimum Hamiltonian cycle in a weighted graph is called traveling salesman problem. Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Now, so अब हमने देखा ही है कि it is very difficult to find Hamiltonian cycles in a graph, right? क्योंकि हमें बहुत सारी possibilities check करनी पड़ती हैं. So it is a very laborious calculation to find all Hamiltonian cycles and then select the most economical one from the all the Hamiltonian, right? And and this so far it is not, this traveling salesman problem does not have any very good efficient algorithm to find solution. Okay, there is no as such no algorithm which can be solved polynomial time to find the solution. So you हमारे पास एक कोई ऐसा algorithm है नहीं which can solve this algorithm this problem in a in polynomial time. Okay, polynomial time means कि अगर जैसे तुम्हारे पास n number of vertex है ग्राफ के अंदर n number of vertex, then there is so the time taken to solve, so the number of steps if number of steps taken in algorithm should be a function of is if it is a function of if it is a polynomial in n, then it is called it is called that the algorithm is solvable in polynomial time. Okay, okay, let me just give definition of so polynomial time algorithm, okay, for a graph. So what it basically is, so if G is a graph of order n, okay, if G is a graph of order n and we need to find something, okay, so an algorithm is said to be of polynomial time if the maximum number of steps required in the algorithm to find the desired solution is a polynomial function of n. Okay, is a polynomial function of n. Okay, that is it is a so that is number of steps is of the form say a naught n to the power k plus a1 n to the power k minus 1 plus s. It is n is the number of vertices in the graph, right? So it is a polynomial of degree ak minus 1 n plus ak. ठीक है, so polynomial. ठीक है, so इस तरह के नंबर ऑफ स्टेप्स जो होंगे वो इस तरह का फंक्शन होगा. जितने नंबर ऑफ वर्टिसेस इस तरह का अगर फंक्शन है तो दैट इज कॉल्ड अ पॉलिनोमियल. सो दिस इज अ पॉलिनोमियल. सो देन so polynomial, this is a algorithm so of order, इसको क्या कहेंगे, order is order of n is k, right? so k डिग्री जितनी है उस पॉलिनोमियल की, that will be the order of the order nk. इस तरह से लिखते हैं. we write it like this and the power k. So this is the order of this graph. Okay, is it fine? So polynomial time समझ आ गया. कोई भी एल्गोरिथम को polynomial time solvable कब कहते हैं कि if the number of steps, maximum number of steps required in the algorithm to find desired solution is a polynomial function of n. Okay, is it fine? Yes, is it fine?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. and a problem and a problem is called NP complete problem. If there does not if there is no polynomial time algorithm known to solve the problem, then such a problem is called NP complete problem. Is it fine? Okay, is it fine? NP complete problem. If it is not known, right? Maybe in future you may, maybe in future it is possible to find, but so far it is not known. So far it is not known that there is any time problem. Okay, it's fine. Problem is called NP complete problem if there is no polynomial time algorithm known to solve the problem. So in future you may find some algorithm which takes whose number of steps is a polynomial. Okay, but so far it is not known. Is it fine? Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. So we will see कि अभी एक एग्जांपल भी करेंगे जिसमें हम डेक्स्टर एल्गोरिथम का हम देखेंगे कि पॉलिनोमियल टाइम. So जो डेक्स्टर एल्गोरिथम करने वाले हैं वो पॉलिनोमियल टाइम है. So traveling salesman problem is a NP complete problem. That is it is not known, it is unknown whether or not there is an efficient algorithm which is possible to find the solution to traveling salesman problem. Okay, so traveling salesman problem is many people's favorite example in NP complete problem. It is a open question as to whether or not there exists an efficient polynomial time algorithm for its solution. So अभी known नहीं है, अभी मतलब ये भी नहीं है कि exist करता है कि नहीं करता. मतलब तो दो चीजें होती हैं. एक तो हम ये प्रूव कर दें कि बिल्कुल पॉसिबल ही नहीं है पॉलिनोमियल टाइम एल्गोरिथम फाइंड करना, या ये प्रूव कोई पॉलिनोमियल टाइम एल्गोरिथम फाइंड कर दें. बट एनपी कंप्लीट का मतलब क्या है कि अभी कुछ भी नोन नहीं है. ठीक है. Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So traveling salesman problem. So Hamiltonian cycle find करना is an NP complete problem. But अगर हम इस प्रॉब्लम को इस तरह से करते हैं कि एक पॉइंट से दूसरे पॉइंट तक वापस घूम के नहीं आना, बट अगर we start from one point and we want to reach another desired point, then that can be solved in polynomial time, and there is a Dexter algorithm for that. Okay, which we are going to do now. So if we want to find shortest path between two vertices in a weighted graph, then that problem is a polynomial time solvable problem. Okay, but we have seen, we know that we know that finding Hamiltonian cycle in a weighted graph is NP complete problem, but if we want to find shortest path between two vertices of weighted graph, then such problem has polynomial time solvable algorithms. ठीक है. तो इनके लिए polynomial time algorithms हैं. Polynomial time solvable algorithms. Okay. Example, Dijkstra algorithm. Okay. Dijkstra's algorithm, इसका ऑर्डर जो होता है इट इज n क्यूब, ठीक है। देन इसी का इम्प्रूव वर्जन है जो हम करने वाले हैं अपने सिलेबस में, इम्प्रूव Dijkstra algorithm। सो इसका ऑर्डर जो है n स्क्वायर है, मतलब जो डिग्री ऑफ पॉलिनोमियल है वो ये क्यूब का है, ये स्क्वायर का आएगा। एंड देन वी हैव पार्शियल एल्गोरिथम, Floyd Marshall algorithm, right? Okay, so these three algorithms are we are going to do in our syllabus. Okay, and it's also order of n cube is its order is also n cube. Okay, but some in some applications this is faster because इसकी ये important है कि ये एक साथ ही सारे find कर देता है सारे paths. So if you want to find all the paths, then ये इजीली फाइंड कर देता है। इसके लिए दो वर्टेक्स लेके स्टार्ट करना पड़ेगा, बट दिस गिव्स शॉर्टेस्ट पाथ बिटवीन ऑल द पेयर ऑफ वर्टिसेस, ठीक है। सो दैट्स व्हाई इन सम एप्लीकेशंस दिस इज मच फास्टर। ओके, so these three algorithms we are going to do in our syllabus: Dijkstra algorithm, then we will see improved Dijkstra algorithm, and then Floyd Marshall algorithm. Okay, so how much time is there? Okay, so we are above time, so for today this much is enough. Tomorrow we will start with the extra algorithm, then maybe if there is time then we will also cover this improved algorithm, and then we will finish Floyd Marshall algorithm in our next class. So okay. Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Any questions? Okay, so as there are no question, I am ending this class. Okay, so bye everyone, have a good day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for watching this video. To stay updated, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Cosmos Learning. Happy learning through Cosmos Learning. To watch more, click on any of these cards. Thank you once again.